Down in the dirty where you see the D and you smell everything like oil and grease. My name K. Because you know what, hey, down in the valley where the words and shaking, where you looking for your guts and your steak and bacon. My name's my name's Shaking Steak and BK and be kind. It sometimes be can and sometimes be kind, but you know what? Yes, we can. My name BK. So listen, hi, hey Kiera, hey Cody, hey Carissa, and who was Aquanetta? And Gabriella and Dorinda and Consuela. I don't know, cause we are sisters. We stand together. Hi, my name BK. Cut. Do it again. No. Action. Hi, my name BK. It is great to see ya. I feel like, hey, look right, looking over here, and when you're looking with the looking, to feel like you are looking at me now. Yes. My name BK, and today is Saturday. It's Saturday. Listen, so I usually post like at least a video or two throughout the week, and in these last couple of days, the BK has been going through the motions, the phases, the cycles. Moon, full moon in Capricorn. It was a full moon in Capricorn, and listen, heck yeah. That's my shit now. I be walking around my house talking about listen, because thank you for stopping by on my channel. Kiera, you is my girl. Thank you. But no, so me being the Capricorn that I am, big old goat. No, big old goat. Yes, huh? So it was full moon in Capricorn, and I was going through some things just like everybody was. And I'm a healer spirit. I'm a helper. I was helping some people go through some changes and some motions with the phases and the cycles of the full moon and things. Long story short, it was a lot going on in the physicals on this side of the universe. But I digress, and here we are. Yes, I wanted to come and stop by and say, hello, friend. I'm Little Bill. I'm sorry. Absalon? What is it? Like, who's that? Absalon? It's Absalon. Ooh, the acoustics. I'm going through changes. And how do I let you know? My mind is going through changes. And I can't let you go. Alright, so today's channeled message sponsored by Jesus and America. Yup. La 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 la. This full moon in particular has shaken some foundations, shaken some shit loose through the cracks of whatever strong facade of armor mask that you was Under Armour? Underwear. The brand spanking new. I don't know how we got there. Like, so say like this is you. You a house, right? Sometimes the bottom of a house got like cracks in the foundation, like and so right. So sometimes things can leak in and out of the house, right? And this full moon in Capricorn, right, took you, the house, and like shined a light on the through the attic to find out what all the cracks was at the bottom. Anything that the light has shined through, some things was trying to crawl up out of it. I hope you let them things crawl up out them cracks because listen, Yeah, I think it's the animals for me, Kira. It's always the animal spirits. Be always around you when you go out into the natures. The animals physically come up and talk to you and stuff. And even when you is inside, I be seeing all the little animal helper spirits, like like the spirit of the animal. Like it's listen, Libras and Pisces know what I'm talking about. But letting go of those things because Capricorn can sometimes hold on to things for much too long and in very toxic ways. And so that was what is that a crystal? Is that the one I've been looking for? Oh my goodness. When even to see, because you had to switch perspectives, you know, take a seat, think about it. You should think about it. Take a second. Ooh, did you hear the kettle? I ain't finna do all that. Um, so in my mind, cause I'm nasty. Giggity giggity. Yes, that's how I take. And it's SaTurntday. I really don't have a reading for Saturday. Today is new and novel and different and high. Cause baby, this is prime time for BK. Gonna do something on a Saturday and it's uh so I had planned on this being like an 18 plus, like raunchy, like sexual or like, you know, damn, is that a hairs? I thought I put all the hairs in it. Well, fuck it. I'm an indigo. And but just like, you know, things that wouldn't normally be talked about on the day to day, you know, during the daylight hours and at the dinner table. Like we was gonna talk about some of that stuff. You know, maybe some sexual, maybe some secret, maybe some taboo, and you know, who knows. So I have shuffled some cards right here. But it seemed like I'm always getting these godly, like wholesome messages of like so 717, the angels, the helpers, the people who love you, right? But so I was talking to one of my friends earlier. We were just talking about like earthly shit, just you know we humans and shit, and then like I had said something, and she was like, "Yeah, but no, BK, because I hear what you're saying. You got all this, you know, you be on your elevated shit, but consider this because what about the 3D, right? You know, you got to understand the 3D. You be on some elevated shit sometimes. So, like, I had like it hit. I don't know. Maybe I had needed to hear that. Like, I'm human. I be trying to be like zut, like wop, and you know, well, and all that. But you know, I want a form of godliness. I want God. I never want it. And but I might not even have to pull no cards. But it's interesting because I shuffled the cards. I was probably gonna shuffle on camera still and stuff, but I was told to stop in weird ways, like with the transparency tarot, because you could see through it. Like as I'm shuffling, I was told to stop on that one because the top two cards are the devil under the King of Wands, like like someone who slayed their demons, but also someone who is very action packed in very Capricorn ways. And it's the King of Wands. It's a card card. He's royalty. He's you know he's fast paced. He's woo woo da 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 and stuff. And so then I was shuffling my other cards, and it's different cards mixed together. So I was told to stop shuffling them cards because the bottom of the deck was the Queen of Wands. So while one deck is the last card is the King of Wands, one deck is stopped on the Queen of Wands, and then um, my other deck, which I was going to use to clarify, I was shuffling that, and I don't remember what the last card was. Let me see, because it was this one. These are all just regular numbers. So damn, I done knocked it over. Well, now it's some shit. I guess okay. So we'll start here. Start here. So because I'm getting this might be for a lot of different people. I be talking to a lot of different types of people, and I'm getting a lot of different situations because this is just like the base of like what's really on the flow and some underlying emotions because the Four of Cups is still on the floor, and there's two cards I can't see. Um, but like somebody was really in the fields reminiscing, right, about all the things that they had, like everything that was built, everything that was, invested in and had been like catered to and grown in some type of way, or just like there's some really like heavy ties to it, and how much it hurt to realize some things about that, or to have to let that thing go, or to lose that thing. My condolences to anyone who has lost anyone, because full moons are heavy. But the fact of the matter is, there's still so much more to be had, and there's still so much more healing to do, and so much more growth to see and also be seen. Because I saw 711, and then I just saw 1107, and then 1111. 11s are really prominent, and what am I trying to say? Seeing 11 right now, significant. So 11s are extremely significant right now because 11 is the doorway to spirit, right? And when you open the door to spirit, a lot of things come through the spirit. I was told to say this to somebody. I don't know who this message is for, but somebody has been opening some spiritual doors that they don't know nothing about, and like somebody, I don't know who's doing black magic and rituals and summonings and going to people and paying for dark stuff, but somebody got a demon on their back now. But somebody also has been knocking down some spiritual walls. Somebody has been knocking down some spiritual walls and shining light into some dark corners and crevices of some spaces that had needed to be dusted out and healed and cleaned for a very long time, that had been overlooked. Okay, so one of my things that's part of my business, that I do during the summertime more so, is I do landscaping. I've had a lot of clients that like I will come across, and they haven't had services done in a long time. So when I get to them, I do a real good job, but I end up having to clear out a lot of stuff that's just been sitting there for a long time. So I does my good works, but it's just the fact of the matter that, okay, channel message. So self-healing is a process, but it's a never-ending process, and it's a process that it requires like constant maintenance. Like say, so again, prime example. So with my landscaping, I'll have a client. They did, usually I'll be like they first person that cut their grass or do whatever I do for them, for the summer or in a couple years or whatever the case. But then after that, you still have to maintain that. It grows back. Like, shit still accumulates and things. You still deal with shit in life, and it's still, like when you vacuum a floor, people still walk on that floor, the shit still get dirty, so you're gonna have to vacuum it again. But it's just the fact of the matter that, you're taking care of it, right? It's something. So this full moon, again, somebody was reminiscing about some things that all came together. Reminiscing about some things that had all came together, or was all falling apart, that was like built over a long periodically time. And it had really had them like distraught, distressed, like in their feelings, mind shattered and things. And it was like, damn, is that why this last song played? So I was getting into a meditative space. I was listening to some music, and I had picked out some songs. But then Spirit had put this one last song on me right before I was ready to. And the song was, "Don't forget to pick up your feelings." Once again, thank you, Cody, because you be talking some real stuff out there and over there on the East Coast, with West Coast, with the waters and stuff. Bubbly and wonderfully, you are wonderful. But so you had said something, Cody, about like knowing your worth, not letting people like. This is one thing. Okay, and 1444 angels, but 444 coming together. What I'm about to say gonna hit you right. So if somebody did you wrong, and you didn't nip it in the bud and get it right there and like handle that, put up your boundaries, let them know they was wrong, and make that a teaching moment, more than likely they was just like, oh well shit, I did it before, I could do it again, and then that sets a standard of behavior. And so when you let people walk all over you and then you decide to better yourself and change, and then them relationships fall out of your life, it's okay to let them people go. Like, wish them well, wish them the best, and from the bottom of your heart say, you know what, thank you for the experience, but you don't have to be attached to that no more, not never. You don't have to allow that person to come back into your life doing the same shit if you realize that the lesson that needs to be learned is not something they're gonna get. Like, let it go and move on. If you're learning and you changing and you bettering yourself, don't let they stuck stagnantness and not being able to grow up hold you back, because you won't grow up right along with them being stuck to it. So whatever. But I just got this other message. What was I just looking at? So, it's right here on it's right here. So I was talking to. This is really specific. Okay, it's downloading right now because this is a really specific message. But somebody also really needs to hear this too. Oh, okay. So back to Cody, right? So towards the end of this specific message, if you don't know Cody, it's elevation, galactic evolution. Dang, I'm gonna have to link it in the description. But towards the end of this specific message, he was talking about like social media, you know, putting your business out there and having and people having access to you and being able to reach you. Like, and it brought me to an experience with an ex of mine. And also another thing about this full moon that just came up, like full moons are always about like a climax of emotions, but this specific one, again, because it was dealing with things that happened a long time ago or was built over time, or just like things that you have attachments to, or like, so this ex of mine had, reached out to me during this full moon, and we talked about some things, and it really hit me like towards like after the conversation, but like I had been holding on to some things emotionally involving this person that I just had like suppressed, repressed, kind of forgot about, and just was like had left unhealed in the dark, in that little dark corner, that crevice of that moist dark space that, behind that door that don't nobody ever open. Like, and it took for me to talk to that person, remember and realize some of those things, and have a conversation with that person about some shit, and bring closure to some shit. I healed a lot in that very moment, but little did I know, because this was somebody I hadn't had any contact with in a very long time. Little did I know, I didn't even know I needed to do this healing for all this time. And who knows how it was holding me back, but I feel so much better now, right? But this is like a thing of like, so access, privacy, discretion, things like that. Okay, so this other person, and when I say ex, I don't always mean ex-lover, because I just feel like for me, the way I look at it, ex means if somebody was in your life and then they wasn't in your life for whatever reason, whoever it was, whatever type of relationship. We don't speak now. You have been excommunicated, and whatever the relationship was, again, like, thank you for the experience, but thank you next. And so, but this other person, this ex of mine, we actually were in a romantic relationship, and I was new to the relationship game. It was one of my first like serious relationships, so it was a lot of things that I didn't know about, and I was being manipulated and used in a lot of different ways. It took me for me to see and experience some things and look back and have dreams and realizations and communications and stuff like that, to realize that that wasn't the relationship for me. And ending that relationship, which I eventually did, like, and moved on with my life, I realized, being with that person showed me things about myself that, one, I didn't know about myself before I needed to heal, but then two, like, it was an experience that I needed to have growth as a person. And this was the confirmation, 1955, the archangels is bringing changes your way right now. Somebody is receiving some spiritual karmic justice right now. They might not like it right now. It's none of my business. But this was well, just the fact that I didn't feel good in the relationship that I was in, and the person was making me feel ways that I didn't like. Those were red flags to tell me that this wasn't the person for me. But one of the biggest confirmations of, damn, this nigga was not for me, was after I ended things with this person and moved on with my life. It seemed like every single aspect of my life got 20 times better. And it made it just that much easier to not even have to look back ever, because if my life is better without you, then you're not supposed to be in my life. But even with that, it's an experience. You learn something. You don't know what you need to learn. You don't know what you don't know until you're shown what you don't know. And then you learn it and know something new. But sometimes you don't even know what you don't know. But if you know, you only know what you know, and you know, are committed to learning new things and growth, nothing can ever hold you back. Let's look at these last two cards. I guess this is like advice. Wow, talk to the ancestors. Everybody is getting this message. Like, connect with your ancestors. People in your family and your bloodline and your higher ups, from the older days, they got messages for you. Do it now, quickly, and follow your passion. You are wonderfully, extravagantly, extraordinarily made. And nobody can do it like you does it. And this is the feminine energy of wands, of that girl is on fire, it's okay to be feisty and spicy, but you can still be nicey too. Something I learned just recently. But that's all I have. I'm getting all these angel number downloads. I will see y'all in the next one. I have a couple things I gotta do. My name BK, and it's always lovely. I will see you soon. I say a namaste, and thank you for coming to my channel and being a part of the experience and watching me evolve and grow and progress. Watch another one. Subscribe, please. Thank you. You are wonderful. Thank you. You're wonderful. So wonderful.